Hello folks, Tonester back. I've got an ace tanker for you guys in a tank I have not ever featured, and that is the Foch155, which you can only get now, I believe you can only get now through the Bond shop maybe? It's been retired. It may actually not even be available anymore. Now, one thing about this, it's got like a 45-second reload and a 6 or 7-second inner clip reload. And it's got this viewport here that is easily pennable by tier 10s. The face is, against standard rounds, it can be okay. But the sides are cheese. And so it's not a tank destroyer that you really want to be up front in. And so you're going to see some patience out of Bleedblue here, and rightly so. So he's set up in a spot that's actually a pretty good spot for a TD to ambush somebody, because in this tank, that's what you want to do. You want to ambush people with your 3 shots and then be able to pull back and get some have some time to reload before you get some damage. So the one thing I'll say is he could get spotted from up here, I believe, but he is going to reposition in a little bit here. So be prepared for kind of a slow game. This thing does have like 295, 293 penetration with its standard rounds. Gold rounds have 395, which is getting up there. And then, but it is heat. And then it's got 1100 average damage and 90 pen with HE. And so the HE rounds are actually pretty good on this thing. I've seen several people play full HE games in the Foch155 just for fun. I think Des Games has done that. And so we're going to see a little indecision. You can see the aim time is pretty bad on this thing. I don't know what kind of crew that our friend Bleedblue has, as he is delivering some pain to this Conqueror. So he is able to bounce unaimed shots. That's one nice thing, but he's also below the enemy. So if the enemy was firing gold rounds, he probably would take some damage there. But he's able to put in one more nice shot into the STB, and the STB should be rushing him right now. He should be counting his shots. There wasn't enough time to reload between, and so if the STB was a skilled player, he would be rushing right now. But, you know, we don't always get the most skilled players on the enemy team. Now notice he is loading HE rounds, which I find to be a little bit of an odd choice, but as it is, that's what he's doing. Maybe he figures the STB is going to be hold down. It's going to be hard to pen. That's a possibility. Or maybe he knows something that we don't. I don't know. Well, there's a Strev 103B, and he seems to have the side of that thing. Oh my goodness. Is he going to pen? He does. He low rolls for 1,064. And he's able to catch the back of him right there. So that's terrific. That puts him up to 3,000 damage. Now, the damage does stack up fast in this thing if you're given time to reload and you're able to put shots out on reload. So let's see what he does here. I did watch this prior to, just because I wanted to see what, you know, how the game played out, and he does go for a reload here, which I think is actually smart. When you fired 2 shots and that STB, if that STB comes around, he is in trouble, right? Because he does not have enough damage to kill him. Even if he pens, he's like under 50%. So the Strib decides he's going to go in. Tier 9 Strib. Is that tier 9? Oh, sorry about that, guys. Something is going on with my video card. So, at any rate, luckily we didn't miss any action. And again, he does manage... Oh, he does pen that guy for 1,081 in the side. But he does manage to block a shot. And if somebody's not aiming, you will block shots in this. So that 1,000, almost 1,100 damage puts him up to 4,200 damage. So his team has this game well in hand, and with the aim time, he's just not quite able to get a shot on these 430Us. He auto aims though, and he's able to put a nice shot in. Maybe the reload isn't quite as long as I thought, the intra clip, because that seemed faster. Although, you know, he's tracking people with these HE rounds. So 4,600 damage, 3 kills, and he's on yet another reload. So this is a good showcase of this tank, and even though he's firing HE, you know, I guess it's kind of an all or nothing if you fire AP. But with a Progetto 65, he does not have that much armor. I would think that AP might be the better choice here. We'll see. And of course, he invites someone to a platoon to get brothers in arms. And he's able to put a shot into the Progetto, and he is also able to bounce one of the shots from the Progetto, who is using gold rounds, right? And this Progetto, I don't know what he's thinking coming out in front of 2 tank destroyers, but nevertheless, that's 6,180 damage. And he's on another reload, and I don't believe he gets more damage. I mean, when you get a 40-second reload, it's kind of tough. The other thing is this thing takes arty badly because the top of it is extremely thin. So maybe that's why arty fired at him. I don't know. You'd think that arty would have fired at the strip, but either way, great game. Let's go ahead and look at the after-action report on this from Bleedblue. Okay, so he did get an ace tanker. He got a Brothers in Arms, the impromptu platoon, and a high caliber. And one thing that you'll notice with all of the HE he fired, he had 20 modules damaged. So it doesn't show you in this after-action report what he actually damaged, but 6 modules or crew in the STB-1, that side-on fellow. So, yeah, and also 5 modules on the STRV-103B. So definitely some module damage there with the HE spam. 1,127 base XP is pretty low for an ace, so I assume people don't do well in that tank. It doesn't have a lot of armor. The intra clip is pretty long. It's just it's one of those tanks that is just kind of hard to play. So good job, Bleedblue, in getting an ace out of this. 10 shots fired, 10 hits, 6 pens. Of course, you don't pen with HE all the time, although he penned 2 shots with HE. 1,227 by player assist and 6,180 damage. He actually made money because he was firing HE and he penned some of those HE, and I think that that was important to him earning credits with a standard account. And this was on a double, so he ended up with 2,310 experience. Now, it says bonus for premium, but this is not a premium in the sense that it makes extra credits or experience. So it's one of those legacy tanks that's almost like a reward tank where you can play it, and I think you can play any crew in it from that nation and that class, but it really does not give you any benefits of experience or credits. So I appreciate you sending this in, Bleedblue. Great game. First chance to show off the Foch155, and we hope to see more from you. We will catch you guys all next time. Tonester out.